One thing about me is I read very specific genres. I'm a fantasy girl. I'm a sci-fi girl. I'm also a romance girl. I'm also very much a romance girl. Anything outside of that, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But I'm going to challenge myself and I'm going to go out of my comfort zone and I'm going to start a little series of me reading books outside of my typical genres. Okay. I never read a mystery before. I never read a thriller before. I never read a horror book before. I've never read an autobiography. I haven't read a lot of things, a lot of genres. So I'm going to be starting a series of reading genres I've been avoiding. I just assume I don't like these genres. I really should give them a try. Like, why not? You know? So I'm starting off light for our first episode. And this is going to be sports romance. Okay? I guess when it comes to romance and athletes, I just think negatively. Like, these men be cheating, like. So I picked 3 books, 3 sports romances. I'm gonna be opening my heart to sports romance and telling you my honest opinions about 3 of these books. And yeah, it's time I test out and try more genres. What's your favorite genre? Let me know. What should I be reading next? What subcategory of books should I be reading? Because I haven't read a lot of genres. There's a lot of books out there. I don't even think I've read a nonfiction. I hardly ever read nonfiction. Maybe only like self-help. Yeah, like I definitely need to open the door to more things. I don't know if I'm going to finish these books, but I'm going to read them. I DNF a lot of books. So without further ado, my first book is going to be Caught Up. This is Liz Tomford's book, and I heard a lot about her books. Okay, the one initially got me was that it was TikTok. Okay, TikTok got me, and I was just seeing some lines from this book. I'm like, ooh. The way she writes these romances, like I'm hearing a lot of good things. So I tested out Caught Up and I'm like 36% through. I definitely am going to finish it and I'm going to go on to the next one. So I guess this is very much a plus for sports romance. But so far, I really like it. Like I really do like it. I open my heart to sports romance when they talk about sports in the book. Maybe I don't really care. It's a baseball romance. I don't know shit about baseball. I'm telling you, I don't know shit about baseball. So, but anytime that the baseball comes up, I'm like, oh, that's cute. La 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 la. Okay, next page. When is it romance time? I really enjoy reading this book so far. I think she writes her characters very well. They fit into each other like the perfect puzzle piece, you know? Like they make sense together. And I love that about a romance is when you're like, okay, I see why they work. I see their chemistry. Like I see how they're just like meant to be together. And I think that like, I kind of realized with this one, the sports aspect is not so loud. It is in the background. It is like what they're doing and like, you know, but it's not so front and center. Maybe I had assumptions about romance and sports that I just needed to let go. So this is the first book. I'll update you as I read it, and then we'll move on to the next book. So, excuse me, I just woke up and I'm literally puffy and I tried to cover it up with makeup. Caught Up. Caught Up. Let's talk about it. Okay, I'm about like 43% through, and while I do really like this book, I really do like it. The only thing I think could use a fix is maybe its pacing. Okay, I think its pacing is a little bit slow. I don't know if it was like marketed as like a slow burn. If it was, then this doesn't count. Some of it just feels like there's just filler. Maybe more on the male main character side, I feel like there's just filler, but there's always like some sort of reflection, I guess. But I guess I feel like there could be some things that are cut out. Maybe I'm a very impatient reader, so maybe what I'm saying is not, you know. But other than that, I really like the book. I'm like halfway through. I just feel like it could be a little faster. Like I'm wondering when things are gonna like heat up. But I'm sold on the second book. Like I'm gonna read the second book or the one before that. I don't know. I didn't read this in order. All I've read is Caught Up. Okay. And I think it was just because I seen a TikTok about it and I'm like, ooh, let me download this right now. I really do like Miller, the girl main character, as a character, because I feel like I haven't seen a female main character in a romance in a while that's like like not more timid. Like she's very like herself and unapologetic. Like she knows who she is, and I like reading a character like that. So it's nice to see that. The whole thing about this story is that like she's only going to be around for like the summer, and then she's leaving. And it's like, girl, are you really leaving now? Like, are you really leaving now? So we'll see. We'll see. Actually, I won't spoil it for you. We'll see how I finish it. I'm pretty sure I'll finish it in this vlog. Yeah, and then I'll get to my other books after. So yeah. Just to preface, in this section, there's a slight bit of spoilers for Caught Up. Just skip to this time if you don't want to get spoiled. It's very minor spoilers though, nothing too much. But anyway. Hey y'all, I just finished Caught Up. I actually am so surprised I finished a book because I don't remember the last time I finished a book. Like I DNF so many books. But it felt really nice to finish. My Kindle was like at 1%. Like, I don't know if we were gonna make it, but I finished it. I'm gonna just share my final thoughts while I do my makeup. So I'm also wearing like the only baseball related thing I own. As I don't know shit about baseball, but I just read a sports romance for the first time ever. Let Miss Liz Tom Ford come to the front because you write your characters so well. I immediately liked Miller. I immediately liked Kai. They felt like real people with real issues. Their story made so much sense. You know, it did not feel forced. It felt like they truly just fit for each other. The last romance I read that was like the nanny trope was literally the book The Nanny by Lana Ferguson, I'm pretty sure. And oh my gosh, that made me love the single dad nanny trope. That made me love it. So like, I think that trope like made me initially want to pick up this book, and then combined with like it being a sports romance, and I'm like, I know I'm trying to get out of my little romance bubble. I just ate it up. Like it was just perfect. She's like this like world-renowned pastry chef, right? I don't know if it's world-renowned, but she's very known. She has like leaves her job because she's like burnt out, and she's picking up this nanny job for the team her dad coaches for. And I just liked her story of like her finding her way to do what she loves, but also being surrounded by things that are important to her. And I think like I resonated with that because I too like left a job that I felt like I was obviously getting more like praise for, because it was like that traditional like 9 to 5, but it was like what I wanted to do. Like I love that job, right? But there was like an ache in my heart that I felt, and I resonated with her because I felt like there was still like something missing. Taking the step to stand back and realize what you really want from your career is so important. And I like that was explored here. And I left my industry to pursue this, like to pursue content creation, to pursue art and writing, because I love it. And like, that's what me at my youngest form always wanted. And so I just resonated with Miller and her leaving her career that she built for herself to take care of her heart and what her heart really wants. And I think that's so important at the end of the day. It's sad, but I do love the like, if you love them, let them go sort of thing. I don't know if it's because I love Beauty and the Beast so much when I was growing up. Let the Beast like let Belle go because he loved her. Like letting someone go because you love them, truly a testament to how much you really do love them to do that, you know? And yeah, I thought it was just so mature of Kai to let Miller go and do what she wanted to do, what she felt she needed to do. And like, the story was important of showing to have balance, even like as a woman and your career and your family, to find balance with those things that you love, and like you can do both. And I think that is just so well done. When it comes to the sports aspect of it, I guess it's not amplified as I thought it would be. That's in the background of things. It is the setting, the setting of things, but it's not really exactly the story. And I guess that's why I assumed I wouldn't like sports romance. I just thought it was gonna be more about that, like sports, and like anytime there's something to do with like baseball in it, I had no idea what was going on. Okay, I can't tell you, like in my head, they're all just like standing on the field, and then one like throws the ball, and everyone else is standing on the field. Like maybe they run sometimes, but sometimes they don't run. That's just like what that's just like what's in my head. I started reading Play Along, which is the second book, and it mentions that Isaiah, Kai's brother, the main character in the first book's brother, is a shortstop, I think it's called. I don't even know what that is. It just, when I pressed it to see what like the definition is, it's like someone that stands between like second and third base. I don't even know what he does, and honestly it's kind of fun not knowing what the fuck is going on that field. Is kind of fun trying to piece it together, like how does baseball work. Which during this whole thing, it's funny that I've picked books, I guess I didn't really realize, but I picked books that about sports I'm like the most unfamiliar with. I know nothing about hockey, I know nothing about baseball, I know nothing about diving and swimming. Okay, the sports I do like are football and soccer, because I think I grew up around that the most. So I feel like maybe next time I pick up a sports romance, it will be those sports, because I think I'll like the backdrop of that more. So Caught Up was definitely like 5-star read. Like, I don't know like how I'm gonna what do I have to complain about, you know? I think the only thing I'm gonna get at Miss Liz for is how much she used the word hunches. The amount of times the male main character says he got on his hunches. I never hear that word in real life. I'm like, down on my hunches. Like, I don't know if that's like an American thing. I swear, like, getting on your hunches just means like you're bending down. Like, this guy always like he's down on his hunches. Not like I bent down or I got on the floor or something. Like, I'm on my hunches. Like, I got down on my hunches. I don't know. It's such a weird word to me. I guess it's just like not in my vocabulary, so I just notice it more. I think this is the type of romance where the characters are just like so taken care of, and you can tell how much thought went into their character arcs. But anyway, I like this book so much, and I liked Kai's brother's like character so much. I started reading Play Along, which is Isaiah's book, and it's definitely different. I kind of spoiled the ending for myself because I started it before I finished Caught Up. I really like Isaiah's character. I think the only thing about Play Along that's a little different for me is that like I'm not super warmed up to Kennedy's character, which is the female main character in the book. And I think she's just like a little more coldish. She's not maybe as outgoing as I'm used to reading. Anytime she's like mean to Isaiah, it like hurts my heart a little bit. I'm like, girl, don't do that. Girl, chill. She's supposed to be some sort of doctor, okay, on the team. And she gets discriminated against because she's a woman. She gets a way lower position, and the only person that knows about that is Isaiah. And he like is like insta love with her. It's kind of weird that it's insta love. I wonder why he likes her so much. Like, I hope they explore that. Like, I want to know why he has such an obsession with her specifically. Maybe it's because they met each other at their most vulnerable moments. But so it's their story because they decide to go to Vegas and get married while they were drunk. Maybe it's like fake marriage. Technically, I guess it's like a fake marriage trope. This is my final everyday go-to look. I've been doing this look since forever. But yeah, those were my thoughts on Caught Up. So very good start to my video. Let's see how I feel about the other books. Okay, bye. Hey, welcome to the update. So I've actually been reading Play Along, which I didn't go into this video thinking I was going to read Play Along, but I am 37% in Play Along, and I'm like obsessed with it. Okay, at first I think I needed to warm up to it, specifically Kennedy's character. I think like her cold exterior is like what you're supposed to feel when you first read the book. Like, there's a distance there, and I love how like that is shown on the outside, but truly she is not that at all, and she's aware that she's perceived that way. And I'm like, damn, like I was perceiving her like that, and like the point of her character is that like that is not her, you know. My questions about her and Isaiah like fitting together really just disappeared in my mind because I've seen how well they work together as characters in this book, and it becomes really apparent as like you read. And those moments of character progression are like really rewarding in Liz Humford's writing. Like, her character progression, like, it's so good, and seeing them unlearn the traumas they've had or the responses they've had to unlearn those things and to break down those things and open themselves up and be true to like who their truest self is at their core is so nice to see. So rewarding in her books because you see it within every page. There's like there's like a semblance of like, oh, we're working towards this goal. Like the goal is being worked towards. When it comes to baseball though, I don't know a thing, babe. I couldn't tell you what's happening. And I literally had to get my boyfriend to explain baseball to me.
Cody, I'm guessing, was first to bat, and he got his 4th ball. So remember, when they throw the ball, the pitcher throws the ball, and if they throw more than 3, this is what happens, is they get to walk to like the first base.
If they throw more than 3?
Ball. So he's getting ready to hit, right? Atlanta is the pitcher.
I didn't know that he hits the ball. I thought he just stands.
Yeah, Atlanta's pitcher shakes off his catcher's call because like the catcher called like ball, right? So.
I don't know if I'm gonna finish it in this video, but I think it's gonna be a 5-star read. Like truly, I think it's gonna be a 5-star read. I think it's so well written, well done. I'm like, I love it. It's so good. Okay, so that was caught up, and now the next book I am picking up is Spiral. Okay, this one. There's one thing about sports romances in me that I had a little bit of some sort of aversion to, but hockey, I don't know about that. I never really cared for hockey. Maybe I have negative assumptions about certain sports. Okay, I don't know why. Maybe I'm prejudiced towards hockey. Okay, so hopefully this can open my mind up to a hockey romance. The only reason why I did pick it is because you see there's a woman of color on the cover, and I'm like, okay, that's what sold me on it. Okay, that's what really sold me on it. And I think it's Canadian. I think Toronto Thunder. I don't even know what Toronto Thunder is. I only know the Maple Leafs. So I think the trope is fake dating. I don't know how much I care about fake dating. I think if it's done well, it's done well. I kind of feel like I have to suspend my disbelief when it comes to fake dating, but that's fine. So we'll see how much I like this one. I have no idea how I'm gonna feel going into it, so let's see. Y'all, let's judge the playlist. I did not know this one has a playlist. But I love Crybaby by The Neighborhood. I ought to know. Okay, Stargirl Interlude. Oh, you know what you were doing with that one. Let the Light In. Oh my god, Let the Light In is so good. Stop Fading to You, Maisie Star. Stop. Okay, so you know what a good romance song is. You know what a good love song is. I can tell. Fade Into You and Let the Light In. Ooh, Redbone? Very interesting playlist, I will say. I've been reading Spiral. Okay, I'm about like this far into it. I think I'm on like page 80, and it's interesting. I'm on the unserious note about things. Their first date is like dinner at the CN Tower, and it's interesting. I don't know why they couldn't say it's the CN Tower. I wonder if there's like copyright about that. It's so not related, and like Toronto Thunder makes sense. You probably can't use Toronto Maple Leafs, but like, why can't they say the CN Tower? I think the tropes in this book are not really my favorite. He's kind of like closed off and not very like talkative or expressionative, and she's very much like the opposite. She's very confident, says what's on her mind, and I love that about her character. I think sometimes she comes off like Senorita Awesome. If you know what that is, you know what that is. Sometimes she's giving like 2000s quirky movie girl character, and with her dialogue. The first date like kind of made me cringe a little bit, but that's her character, I guess. You know, I still like her character regardless. With him, he doesn't give enough for me at the beginning, at least. I think that's kind of the point. Like, he's very much not giving much, and I want to believe their love story. Like, I want to believe their love story. Like, the only times I feel like he's shown that interest in her is like when he saw her doing ballet. He was just like, I don't know, he was just kind of interested in like how she's in her element doing ballet. But I wish I got more from that. Like, I wish I got more about them doing the things that they're passionate about and how that makes them feel and how they feel seeing each other do that, because everything kind of happens before or after a game or her doing ballet, and it's never like, what do they feel while doing it? What do they feel seeing each other do it? Which I'm still very much early on in the book, so I'm hoping that we get to that. And I feel like I want to know more about his backstory. Like, there is not much about his backstory currently in the book compared to hers. Like, she seems a lot fleshed out, and I'm trying to like understand like what his backstory is going to be, or like why he is the way that he is, other than like media affecting him so much. I also find it interesting because I think this is like one of the first books I've read that are romance where one of the characters has like way less money than the other character. There's a noticeable class difference. Yeah, I guess every kind of romance I've read, they've kind of both been like rich and stuff, and like she does not come from money. Her parents were like drug addicts or were selling drugs. She's like not from like the nicest area, which she's from Weston. And her parents were definitely finessing down Weston Road. If you know, you know. Or how did he know where she lived too? That was so random. Yeah, I don't know. I think like their type of characters like are not like my favorite maybe to read about. Like, he's quite closed off. I like that she's very confident. I enjoy reading hers, but sometimes like her dialogue can be a little cringy for me. What I'm hoping to see is more about them doing their passions and how it feels doing their passions for them and how it relates to them as people and how they feel seeing each other do their passions. And I think just like unraveling his backstory more and really finding the reason why they would be so into each other. Like, what is it that draws them into each other other than their circumstance? You know, because fake dating is very much about like circumstance. So I guess like you find out about the characters later on because it's fake dating. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping to see from it. So yeah. So the last book I'm checking out that is sports romance is Deep End. Okay, I've been reading this book for a long time now and I've been having trouble finishing it. But Deep End is competitive swimmer and diver type of romance. I picked this up initially. This was the first sports romance that I picked up because it's Ali Hazelwood. Okay, I really like Ali Hazelwood, so if she's writing a sports romance, I'm gonna read it. You know, I'm this far in it. I don't know how much I like it. Anytime she talks about practice and things like that, I'm like, okay, cool. I don't feel like it's like the most interesting thing about the book is Scarlett doing diving. And I feel like it's also hard to believe that this guy is in college. He's really young, but he's like the athlete of athletes. Like, he's an Olympian, he's Olympian swimmer, and he's like what, like 21? I think they're 21. I don't know, I don't know if that's like normal. Maybe that's normal. Maybe people, not normal, but maybe people like do that. Bitch, I am not in the sports world. Oh my gosh, can you tell? Okay, I don't like that it's her friend's ex. It's just kind of weird. Like, and then he's saying like, it's always been you, Scarlett. How long has it been her? Because were you not dating your girlfriend? And then there's one comment that Penelope makes in this book, and I'm like, did anyone catch that? She said something like, oh, we'll always be together, him and I, like, we're meant to be together. She said something like, we'll find each other, we're meant to be together. Does he know that? I think that comment alone should have deterred Scarlett from continuing to see him, because your friend obviously is still lingering on hope that they're gonna get back together. Like, there's no way she's that okay with you doing that. I don't care how much she tells that to herself. That's weird, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's not weird. Maybe it's normal. I don't know. But let's see if I can finish this book or get through more of it. See if I DNF it. I don't know what's gonna happen going forward. So let's get into it. I don't have it with me, but Deep End, let's talk about it. Interesting. This book is about Scarlett, who is a diver, and Lucas, who is a swimmer. And Lucas is Penelope's friend's boyfriend. It's not really a spoiler, but like Penelope and Lucas like break up at the beginning of the book, and it starts this whole thing of Lucas and Scarlett become a thing. I don't love that it's like her best friend's ex-boyfriend that is the love interest for this. I don't love that Lucas in the book has said that he's been finding Scarlett attractive or like was into her for a while. My guy, you were in a relationship. What are you talking about? We're halfway through the book. I feel like comparatively, I can't help but compare to like Liz Tomford's books that I've read, Caught Up and Play Along, compared to like this. Halfway through a book, the character arc, the character growth has been shown. And in this, it's not much. And it's kind of a little repetitive, like Scarlett going to practice, still not being able to like do certain dives because she had like an injury before. There feels like there's filler, maybe to like try and show time between the characters. And I think the initial weirdness of like he's been into her while he was in a relationship with her friend is just throwing me off too. And there's points where like they connect as characters and you can see how they fit and how they get each other, and I just want that more. I want that more, and I want them to find that in each other. We'll see how I feel if I read more of it, how I feel about it. But anyway, yeah, those are my thoughts. Okay, bye. All right, besties, let's close this out. Let's do a final rundown of the books I've read and what I feel about them. I haven't finished them, but it's gonna take me too long to finish them. Okay, I'm a slow reader, so let's just get into it. End it off with Deep End. Also, do you like my nails? Are you guys feeling my nails? If you think that these bookmarks are really cute, you should check out Maxine V, I think her name is, on Instagram. I got these from, she's done like artist markets in Toronto, and I just love her bookmarks. Okay, her bookmarks are in all of my books. I love them. Anyway, Deep End. Okay, let's just start with Deep End. I've read more. Okay, I've gotten farther than half. Reading more of it, I like it a little bit more. I'm kind of surprised. I've read past a conflict in this book. If you're like this much into the novel, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of people talk about the conflict that happens towards the end of the book. The middle end of the book is kind of like a cop-out. Like, it didn't feel genuine enough of the reasons why he was kind of distant. And I kind of will argue, like, the way it was explained why Lucas, main male character, acted the way he acted, like, I'm okay with that reason. Like, just give me a reason. I'm so, oh my gosh, just give me a reason and it's fine. I kind of liked his and Scarlett's energy towards each other after. They feel way more like calm and confident with each other, so I ended up liking it more than when I started. And I think by the end of the book, hopefully, I think I'll like it a little bit more. I still think the premise is kind of weird, like the whole Penelope thing is still kind of weird, but looking past that, I think I like their characters. I think the book's pretty good. Like, it's not bad. I think it's cute so far, and I'm gonna finish it eventually. I think I just have to get over a lot of the slow part, which I feel like the first half of the book is not the strongest half of the book. I'm assuming that the last half of the book is going to be its strongest part, and that's fine. So that's how I feel about Deep End. I will be continuing it, but when it comes to the sports part, and this is a sports romance video, I don't know how much this, like, the sport really takes up front. It's very much just like the background of things, like the setting of things. And yes, it has to do a lot with the female main character's issue. Like, her issue is that she can't do certain dives and things like that, and she had an injury. So I think hopefully if she gets, I wonder how she's going to get through with that by the end of the book. And I find that interesting. Like, I think that's like pretty interesting. So the sports romance definitely is a thumbs up. It's not like the best Ali Hazelwood book I feel like I've read, but it's still good. I still really enjoyed it so far. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Deep End. Okay, next, Spiral. I'm still very much in like the first chunk of this book, but I'm liking it more. I still feel like I really want to see their puzzle pieces connect. That sounded weird. Why do they truly like and fall for each other? What is it about each other that provides each other comfort? Maybe I want it spelled out a little bit more. Maybe that's what I'm asking. But I do like the acts towards each other that these characters do. Like, they show they care through their acts a lot, especially him to her. I do like that about the book. I am gonna finish it. I like where it takes place because I know Toronto. when it comes to the hockey ballet aspect, it's still not the forefront. It's still not very much in the story. It's always taking place before or after they're going to practice or doing their thing. So I think that's part of the story I feel like I want more from, but there's still a lot to go. So yeah, I don't know. Next is play along. I don't know how far I'm into play along, but I'm quite far into play along, and all I have to say is I love it. Okay, I love play along. I think I might like it a little bit more than Caught Up. It really grew on me. I really like Isaiah and Kennedy's love story. It's so cute. I love the way that they interact with each other and how comfortable they feel around each other, and like you're coming into the story with them having history. And honestly, when it comes to the sport aspect of it, I've come a long way, guys. I don't know, but I kind of want to go to a baseball game. Because I knew nothing about the sport. Okay, reading it, I'm like, oh, this sounds kind of fun. Like, I could tell the author knew what they're talking about. At least it comes across for me that they knew what they're talking about when it came to baseball and the sport. And like, I think out of all the books I've read, the sport aspect is more shown in this book and Caught Up and Play Along, and I like those books the most. I think it made me a little bit more interested in just in general, maybe about sports. I ask questions now. I'm kind of curious. I'm like, oh wow, like this is how much goes into playing these sports and doing these things. Like there's so much there's so much I didn't know about being an athlete. Like I don't know, I'm just not in that world. I think that these all were like really great books, and I think they definitely opened my eyes to sports romances. Like I definitely am not going to go into sports romance being like, oh, it's a sports setting. Like I'm not doing that anymore, because this video and these books have definitely opened my eyes to reading more sports romances and going outside my comfort zone. And even though I may not know anything about the sport or like the sport, so to speak, doesn't mean that the story can't be good and that it being a setting is bad. So I really enjoyed my little challenge doing this, and if you enjoyed this, let me know what I should read next. Genres, let me know maybe what's your favorite romance subgenre. Let me know what I should do next. If you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this sort of vibe, subscribe to my channel to see the next ones that come out. I'm definitely going to do more stuff about books and reading challenges, I feel like. So, and if you want to stay updated on my thoughts at the end of these books and what I feel and what I think, check out my community tab or follow me on Instagram here. I'll post more about it here and stuff like that. So yeah, all right, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.